Hello everybody and welcome back to my home here in East Tennessee. I've got some updates on some African violets that I wanted to share with you all today, and I also wanted to give you some feedback on how I propagated this African violet leaf using the Wick method. It worked. If you all will remember, about 3 months ago I did a video on this. This is Frozen in Time, the variety. And this is not a very easy leaf to propagate. So I thought I want to see if I can just propagate it using the wicking method, and it worked. This was the easiest way that I have found yet to propagate an African violet. So I just wanted to give you the results. I am so excited that this was a success. And I didn't have to check on it all the time. I didn't have to water it all the time. All I had to do was just keep the reservoir full of water, and there we go. It's propagated. Now this one I propagated about 2.5 months ago with success. But when you propagate them in water, you just have to make sure that your water level stays right above the cutting. So I really like this other method better. This is so much easier. So yay, that worked, and I'm really happy to give you the results from that experiment. And several of you have asked me what type of potting soil I use with my African violets. I get the Espoma African Violet potting mix from my sponsor, the Orchid Supply Store. They have Espoma African violet soil. They've got anything that you need to help you grow your African violets. They've got it. They've got beautiful pots that you can put them in. They have everything you need to grow your African violets, your orchids, or any other plant that you have. And don't forget that when you place your order, to use my coupon code Amy for a 12% viewers discount, and you also get free shipping if you are in the continental United States, and that is a great deal. So all the African violets that you see here are ones that I have propagated from leaves. And I just kind of wanted to give you an update and an introduction to some of these plants as well. This one is called Citrus Splash, and I got the leaves from Linden Lion. And this is supposed to be a light yellow with a frilly green edge. Now you can see on this flower right here, this one does have a frilly green edge. But I believe that the temperatures have been so cool here in East Tennessee this spring that maybe that's the reason why the color has not held true so far. So I'm wondering, as the summer gets warmer, if that one is actually going to turn yellow. But it's a beautiful African violet nonetheless. This is a no ID that my friend Sharon sent me that I propagated from a leaf. I love the color combo on that African violet. Now this one here, this one is gorgeous. This is a Linden Lion purchase. I purchased the leaves, and this one is called Stretlets Elite. And the purple is just this beautiful vintage type of a purple. And look at the foliage on this one. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this African violet. And this variety is called Star Trek. It is this gorgeous, very deep purple with very beautiful pinkish like purple markings on it. It is so pretty. It is just now starting to come in bloom. And this is from a leaf that I also propagated from Linden Lion. And as you see, all of these are on wicks. I'd say that I'm growing probably 95% of all my African violet collection on wicks because it just makes it so much easier on me. All you have to do is just keep the reservoir filled to the right place and you've got it. So these have all been very easy for me to grow. And this is a beautiful no ID that I propagated from a leaf that my friend Tammy sent me. Oh my. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. This one is just I don't know, it's just a prolific bloomer. I think that it's just so very beautiful. The plant itself is very healthy and it blooms beautifully for me every single time. So that is just a gorgeous African violet. In the spring and the summer, I use my Schultz African Violet food, the liquid. I really like that. What I do is I use it at half of the recommended amount with the ones that are on the wicking method. My others, of course, get the full strength that are just, you know, not on a wick. But when they're on a wick, I like to keep my parts per million lower, the rate of fertilize lower. So I fertilize at a rate of about 90 to 100 parts per million, no more, because they are in that fertilizer practically all the time. So during the fall and the winter, I will adjust that a little bit. I like to switch it up with the jacks at a very low rate again, because that's when they go in growth mode here for me. It seems like in the fall they start growing new leaves and they're not blooming quite so much. So I alternate the two during the fall and the winter, and they seem to do really well that way. And I'm wondering, has anyone else out there tried propagating an African violet on the wicking method? I'm just curious. Have you had success? I'd love to hear from you. Give me a shout out if you've had success with this, because this leaf here is frozen in time, and this one is not a very easy one to propagate. So I'm thrilled that it propagated so easily with the wicking method. Just made my life a lot easier. So let me know if you've had success with it too. I hope you all have enjoyed today's video. It has been a lot of fun to show you the plants that I have started from just leaves. There's something about that. It's really, really neat to be able to start your own plant. That's one of the neatest things about African violets, is that you really get to see the fruits of your labor when they're mature and when they're blooming. So that is a really good thing about growing these as a hobby. So before I end this video today, know that I appreciate you all watching so much, and I would love to say the blessing over you, your families, and your plants. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn His face toward you and give you peace. We'll talk to you all next time. Have a great day.